Hi everyone, my name is Miranda Abrashi. I am a program coordinator in the chemistry department. I do a lot of the advising, and I will hopefully be meeting with a lot of you one-on-one to discuss chemistry classes or the chemistry and biochemistry major. But first of all, I want to welcome you to Western and welcome to your advising and your orientation session. I know this isn't exactly the way you planned on everything happening. And I am sorry that you're going to miss out on some icebreakers and stuff like that. Some of you might be kind of glad, but either way, I really hope that this video and the other videos and experiences that you'll have during your orientation will connect you with as many resources as possible and make those accessible to you. I want to say first and foremost, we are always resources to you. Myself and the other program coordinator in the department, Alexi Goodall, are more than happy to help you whether or not you're a chemistry major. If you're interested in chemistry, need to take a chemistry class as a GUR, have questions about what that looks like, we're always happy to help. And I'll connect you with I'll have our contact information, and I'll go over some of the website resources as well with you at the end of this video. So I will talk a little bit about the chemistry department, what it looks like to be a chemistry major, and some of the nuances and experiences you might have trying to get into some of our classes within your first couple quarters, and what those classes are and what that process looks like. A lot of the registration will be taken care of with academic advising and how to register. So if you don't know that yet, don't feel too nervous. You will be connected with more resources as these days go on and as your program goes on. But we are always, again, happy to help if you have questions. So first of all, why pursue chemistry? We have a really unique department, actually. We have faculty who are doing state-of-the-art research, and we are also a predominantly undergraduate university, which means at some universities they have PhD programs, and a lot of those PhD candidates and students are taking the place in research labs and doing a lot of the research. At Western, we don't have that same PhD program, so almost all of the research opportunities are open to students. We also structure our majors in a cohort model, and so your last 2 years of your major are done with the same people. You're admitted into the major as a group, and we try to build community for you within the department and connect you with as many people as we can. We offer a couple of different degrees. I won't go too in-depth here, but there are a few options. You don't just have to major in chemistry. There's the BA and the BS, and then there's biochemistry. There's also a couple different BAE degrees, which means that you'll actually graduate from both the College of Science and Engineering and Woodring College of Education with a certification so that you can go on to teach. We have a minor in chemistry, and we also have a master's, which I wouldn't worry too much about now, but it is an option later down the road if you would like. I'll talk first about the 3 classes that I think the majority of you are most likely trying to get into or need to get into your first year. Chem 161 is the first in the general chemistry series. It doesn't require any previous chemistry, so this course is designed for any student who has either already taken AP chemistry, taken a high school chemistry class, or taken no chemistry whatsoever. The nuance here is that there is a math prerequisite, and there are a couple of different ways that you can meet this. If you've already taken a pre-calc class in college or taken the calculus AP exam and gotten a 2 or higher, you are able to take 161. If you haven't yet taken a math class or you're not transferring in any credits, math credits, then if you need or would like to start Chem 161 in your first quarter, you can do so by taking the ALEKS Math Placement Exam, which a lot of you will end up taking. And if you score a 70 or above, you're able to enroll in 161. If you aren't able to score that, which is okay, and most students do start in Math 114, you'll take Math 114, and then you can enroll in Chem 161. From that point, chemistry is really your only prerequisite. So passing Chemistry 161 with a C- or above will allow you to go on to 162, and the same thing for 163. As the courses progress, some things get a little bit more complicated. There are additional prerequisites, and that's something that we actually have on our website. in our scheduling notes so that you are well aware of all of the prereqs for all of our classes. And that's part of the reason why we're here too. It gets really confusing a lot of the time, and so we are happy to help you with plans of study, building your schedules, suggesting classes, and we actually connect you with a faculty advisor as well if you decide that you want to major in chemistry. They're also really excellent resources for you, both professionally and educationally, with your goals in both of those. So if you wanted to declare your major and you are coming to Western and you're like, yeah, I want to do chemistry. That's what I want to do. There are two phases that you will end up going through in your 4 years at Western. Phase 1 is what we call the pre-major status. And now this is different than declaring an interest in chemistry. And a lot of you are able to, maybe you have already declared an interest or you're planning on changing your interest in Web3U, which is something that you can do. The interest will get you onto our Canvas page so we can connect with you about orientation sessions like this one that happened during the year. We'll have advising and office hours for you during the academic year as well. But the actual pre-major status will get you into certain classes and it will get you prioritized on some wait lists as well. So this first step, phase 1, would be meeting with me actually, and I'll link my calendar later in this presentation. So it's a meeting with me. I'll answer any questions you have. We can talk about the major, and then I'll connect you with a faculty advisor. Once you meet with your faculty advisor, you will be declared into phase 1. During spring quarters every year, we accept students into phase 2, and so this is a multi-step process and an application, and this is something that's a little bit further off for a lot of you. So this is why we have the initial 2 meetings, is to go over everything, but there are phase 1, phase 2. Phase 2 is where you're in your cohort and you're taking classes in kind of a lockstep program with your classmates. So again, if you want to declare phase 1 on our website, and again, later in this presentation, I'll show you where to find that, you'll make an appointment with me. You'll discuss the phase 1, phase 2 process, and you can ask any questions. And then you'll meet with your faculty advisor. I'll connect you with them via email, and you'll reach out and say, hey, I'd like to schedule a meeting, and you'll go over a plan of study and plan out your courses for the next few years. They will then send that to me, and you'll be declared into phase 1, which again, it's a multi-step process. We'll walk you all through it, and there's not necessarily a rush either. You can get your bearings and wait for a quarter before doing this. If you'd like to take a couple chemistry classes first before you really jump into the major. I do want to talk about really briefly department resources. Like I was saying earlier, Alexi and I are full-time advisors. We are here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We have a joint email address, which is thechemistry@ww.edu. We have great response times there, but we're always really willing to talk to you about your major, whether or not it's chemistry. We'll try to get you connected with anyone that we can that we know will help you. But I think one thing to remember is that we're here because of you, and you should never feel bad for reaching out. You should never second guess reaching out. So definitely take advantage of both of us being here for you and helping you through any processes that you might need help through. The website is something else that I want to show you really briefly, just because I think it's an excellent place for you to get information on your own terms and get really as familiar as you can with our department and our majors and our classes. So this is the homepage. This is where you'll be. This For Students tab is where you'll spend probably most of your time. So we have an advising page here that I recommend getting familiar with. All of our advising materials can be found here. This is where you would schedule your appointment. It'll bring you right to my calendar. It'll show you all of the times I'm available, and you can schedule that appointment, give me just a little bit of information about why you want to make an appointment, and then it will generate a Zoom meeting, although I'm also available to meet over phone and email, or anything else like Teams, for example. So after we have our appointments, we've got The major information guide and declaration process, both of these are similar to the PowerPoint I'm actually showing you right now. So if you want a refresher or want to go back and look over some materials, these will go a little bit more in depth. We have an FAQ page, so if you want to start there, that's also a great place to get some of your questions that you might have answered. I mentioned earlier that we have all of our prerequisites laid out, and that's in our scheduling notes. So if you want to do biochemistry or chemistry, they're really similar, but it lists out every single class that you will have to take for the biochem or the chemistry major, and it tells you what classes or what quarters all of these are offered in, which doesn't get to be an issue really until your phase 2 courses where you're in a cohort and classes are only offered once or twice a year. It'll give you the status that you need to be in. So if you need to be in phase 1, it'll say MJ1. If you don't need to be in any major status at all, then you can see that here. So the general chemistry series doesn't require any major status. 351 through 353, which is the organic, also doesn't require any kind of major status, although it does benefit you on the wait list if you are a major. And again, those prerequisites are laid out really, really clearly. So before you're starting 466, you know that you'll have to get in up to Physics 163 and Math 224, which again is far enough off that you shouldn't worry too much about that right now. We do have a prospective and transfer students page as well. And this is another great resource if you are a new student, all of you are. If you have some quick questions or you're transferring credits and you're not sure how that's working out, this will give you some more information. And again, we are always happy to answer any of your individual questions over email as well. So if you take one thing away from this presentation, I really want you all to know that there are a lot of processes in higher education, and some of them are not all that intuitive. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's also okay to feel like you should know something, but you don't know something. We don't expect you to come to college and know how everything works and understand processes and understand registration and understand how to reach out to your professors and connect with them. We are definitely here to help you with those. And so please don't ever feel bad for reaching out, for scheduling an appointment, even if it's a seemingly small or simple question. We would much rather help you than make you feel like you're struggling through a process or a department or a class or what have you. Like I said earlier, we have the chemistry email that Alexi and I both answer. We have a really great response time there. We both answer emails and both look up whatever we need to get you the right information. This is our phone number. This will ring to both of us, although while we're working from home, answering is a little bit difficult. Or you can make an appointment if you have a few things that you want to talk through, or you don't really even know what questions to ask. You can make an appointment and we can talk through what you want to do, what classes you have, what classes you want to take, what GURs you have, and things like that. So I hope that this cleared up a couple of things, at least for the chemistry department. And again, if you have any questions, please, please, please reach out. I hope you have a lovely rest of your orientation and you have fun watching videos and you learn lots. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your summer, and I hope to see you all in person one day soon. Thank you so much.